So winter morning in July, I got up and was about to head off on my usual run to work. And probably about 200 metres into the run, all of a sudden I felt a shotgun pain in the chest, and just then I knew something bad was about to happen. That's when I had my heart attack.
Matthew has an inherited condition called familial hypercholesterolemia, and unfortunately this particular gene can affect people at a very young age, and despite being of ideal build, having an excellent diet, having normal blood pressure, Matthew was a champion athlete. If your DNA is affected by this particular gene, you will have this elevated fat within the blood and it starts to deposit in the arteries. In Matthew's case, it was affecting arteries to the heart.
The nature of my heart attack, I later discovered, was a STEMI, so it was a full 100% blockage. And initially, when I got picked up, the pain was pretty bad when I called for the ambulance. But probably about a couple of kilometres out, it felt like an elephant just crushed my entire body. Then I realised my artery was 100% blocked. The ambulance just sped up. It was like doing 100 miles an hour on two wheels. And it flew into the hospital, and from there we headed into ICU, and I was pulled off the trolley onto the operating theatre. They inserted a guide wire through my arm into my heart, and before I knew it, I had a stent in me. This stent came in and it blew open the artery, and the blood came back, and the pain went away instantly. I felt amazing. I knew I was going to be okay.
Matthew had blocked off the so-called widowmaker lesion, because if that blocks off, you have the potential of dying almost immediately. This is an example of the sort of wire that's passed up either from the leg or from the wrist and threaded into this artery. The initial tube put in has a balloon on the end of it. That balloon is inflated, and once the artery is opened up, that tube is then replaced by a tube which on the end of it has a little device called a stent. This stent is then dilated up and locked into place, and the blood flow restored.
The first scan, they did some ECG tests, and they said, your electricals are good. You had a plumbing issue. You had a widowmaker heart attack and you survived. I reckon it's pretty good. You know, I don't have any plumbing issues, and now I've got a stent, and the problem's fixed. Got one stent. And with some work, you can get back to doing things.
If we can get individuals who enjoy this sort of activity and feel that it's reasonably safe for them to do it, my goal is to try to restore them to that previous lifestyle, if possible.
So now I've competed the port to port, and then recently I just did the cape to cape, and I'm going to do the reef to reef, and I'll be the first person that's had a heart attack and a stent to do the thing called the Epic Series, in Australia, and that'll be something pretty special, and I've got that happening soon, and that's what I'm working towards.